ओम सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ओम शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ओम समस्त ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रुतिमात्रे नमः। श्री वेदव्यास वैशंपायन याज्ञवल्क्य आद्य शंकरादि गुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ओम ब्रह्मानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक संस्कृतेः विश्वव्याप्त्यर्थं च बृहदारण्यक उपनिषदः पारायणं तैत्तरीय उपनिषदः अध्ययनं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। आदौ बृहदारण्यक उपनिषदः पारायणं। Today we will be starting chanting of third chapter of Bhashyam Upanishad. It's just a simple effort of ours, trial of ours, practice of ours, whether we are able to chant these mantras or not. And so beautiful what we listen in Vishnu Sahasranam and other quotations of Shankara from the various Upanishads, especially Bhashyam, all of that we are able to see Pratyaksha Rupena. Then when the sequence of our study comes, this Upanishad also we will study to enhance our conviction about the Paramatma as the goal and the sadhana also. So very beautiful. The entire life be dedicated like this for our Shastra Dhenam. Then as much as possible, if we do sadhana, we can grow. That is how our single pointed vision must be. Let us chant. Om Ath Trutiyodhyayah. Om Janakoha Vaideho Bahudakṣinena Yagnena Ije Tatraha Kurupanchalanam Brahmana Abhisameta Babhuvuhu Tasya Janakasya Vaidehasya Vijijñāsa Babhuva Kahasvid Esham Brahmananam Anuchanatama Ite सहगवागम सहस्रम अवरुरोध दश दश पादा एकैकस्याः शृंगयोः आबद्धा बभूवुः तान्ह उवाच ब्राह्मणा भगवन्तो यो वो ब्रह्मिष्ठः स एतागाः उदजतामिदे देह ब्राह्मणा न दध्रुषुः अतः याज्ञवल्क्यः स्वमेव ब्रह्मचारिणम् उवाच एताः सौम्या उदज सामश्रवा इति ताहोदाचकार देह ब्राह्मणाश्चुक्रुदुः कथं नो ब्रह्मिष्ठो ब्रुवीति एत् ब्रुवीत इति अथः जनकस्य वैदेहस्य होता अश्वलो बभूव स एनं पप्रच्छ त्वं नु खलु नो याज्ञवल्क्य ब्रह्मिष्ठोऽसि इति सहोवाच नमो वयं ब्रह्मिष्ठाय कुर्मः गोकामा इव वयगं स्म इति तगंह तत एव प्रष्टुं दद्रे होताश्वलः याज्ञवल्क्येति होवाच यदिदगं सर्वं मृत्युनाप्तगं सर्वं मृत्युनाभिपन्नं केन यजमानो मृत्योः आप्तिमतिम् उच्यते इति होत्रर्त्विजाग्निना वाचा वाग्वै यज्ञस्य होता तद्येयं वाक्सोऽयमग्निः स होता स मुक्तिः सातिमुक्तिः याज्ञवल्क्येति होवाच यदिदगं सर्वम् अहोरात्राभ्याम् आप्तगं सर्वम् अहोरात्राभ्याम् अभिपन्नं केन यजमानः अहोरात्रयोः आप्तिमतिम् उच्यते इति अध्वर्युणा ऋत्विजा चक्षुषा आदित्येन चक्षुर्वै यज्ञस्याध्वर्युः तद्यदिदं चक्षुः सहसो आदित्यः सोऽध्वर्युः समुक्तिः सातिमुक्तिः। याज्ञवल्क्येति होवाच यदिदगं सर्वं पूर्वपक्षापरपक्षाभ्याम् आप्तगं सर्वं पूर्वपक्षापरपक्षाभ्याम् अविपन्नं केन यजमानः पूर्वपक्षापरपक्षयोः आप्तिम् अधिमुच्यते इति। उद्गात्र ऋत्विजा वायुना प्राणेन प्राणो वै यज्ञस्य उद्गाता तद्योऽयं प्राणः स वायुः स उद्गाता स मुक्तिः सातिमुक्तिः। याज्ञवल्क्येति होवाच यदिदम् अन्तरिक्षम् अनारम्भणमिव येनाक्रमेण यजमानः स्वर्गं लोकमाक्रमते इति। ब्रह्मणार्त्विजा मनसा चन्द्रेण मनो वै यज्ञस्य ब्रह्मा तद्यदिदं मनः सोऽसौ चन्द्रः स ब्रह्मा स मुक्तिः सातिमुक्तिः इति अतिमोक्षा अथ सम्पदः। याज्ञवल्क्येति होवाच कतिभिरयम् अद्य अग्निर्होतास्मिन् यज्ञे करिष्यतीति तिसृभिरिति कथमाहताः तिस्रः इति पुरोनुवाक्या च याज्या च शस्यैव तृतीया किं ताभिर्जयतीति यत्किञ्चेदं प्राणभृत् इति। याज्ञवल्क्येति होवाच कत्ययम् अद्याध्वर्युरस्मिन् यज्ञे आहुतिः होष्यतीति तिस्रः इति कथमाहताः तिस्रः इति। याहुता उज्ज्वलन्ते याहुता अतिनेदन्ते याहुता अधिशेरते किं ताभिर्जयतीति। याहुता उज्ज्वलते देवलोकमेव ताभिर्जयते दीप्यते इव हि देवलोकः। याहुता अतिनेदन्ते पितृलोकमेव ताभिर्जयति अतीव हि पितृलोकः। याहुता अधिशेरते मनुष्यलोकमेव ताभिर्जयति अधैव हि मनुष्यलोकः। याज्ञवल्क्येति होवाच कतिभिरयमद्य ब्रह्मा यज्ञं दक्षिणतो देवताभिर्गोपायति इति एकया इति कथमा सा एका इति मन एव इति। अनन्तं वै मनः अनन्ता विश्वे देवाः अनन्तमेव सः तेन लोकं जयते। याज्ञवल्क्येति होवाच कति अयम् अद्योद्गाता अस्मिन् यज्ञे स्तोत्रियाः स्तोष्यते तिस्रः इति कथमाहताः तिस्रः इति पुरोनुवाक्या च याज्या च शस्यैव तृतीया कथमाहताः याः अध्यात्ममिदे प्राण एव पुरोनुवाक्यापानो याज्याव्यानः शस्या किं ताभिर्जयते पृथ्वीलोकमेव पुरोनुवाक्यया जयत्यन्तरिक्षलोकं याज्यया शस्यया ततोह होताश्वल उपरराम। ओम शान्ति इति प्रथमं ब्राह्मणम्। ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ओम अथ श्रीकृष्ण यजुर्वेदान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीयारण्यकान्तर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद। ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत्सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रलीयते येनेदं धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादः विस्पष्टार्थरुचीनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। ओम अथ प्रथमा शिक्षा वल्ली प्रथमोऽनुवाकः। प्रार्थनामन्त्राः। ओम शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः। नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतो तद्वक्तारमवतो अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम्। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम अथ एकादशोऽनुवाकः। ॐ वेदमनोच्चाचार्योऽन्ते वासिनमनुषास्ते सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान्मा प्रमदः आचार्याय प्रियं धनमाहृत्य प्रजातन्तुं मा व्यवच्छेत्सेः सत्यान्न प्रमदितव्यं धर्मान्न प्रमदितव्यं कुशलान्न प्रमदितव्यं भूत्यैन प्रमदितव्यं स्वाध्याय प्रवचनाभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं देवपितृकार्याभ्यां न प्रमदितव्यं मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव यान्यनवद्यानि कर्माणि तानि सेवितव्यानि नो इतराणि यान्यस्माकं सुचरितानि तानि त्वयोपास्यानि नो इतराणि एके चास्मच्छ्रेयागंसो ब्राह्मणाः तेषां त्वयासनेन प्रश्वसितव्यं श्रद्धया देयम् अश्रद्धया अदेयं श्रिया देयं ह्रिया देयं भिया देयं संविदा देयम् अत यदि ते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा वृत्तविचिकित्सा वा स्यात् ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन् तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः अथाभ्याख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामाः स्युः यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषतो एतदनुशासनम् एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Salutations to the entire Rishi Parampara, Guru Parampara, Devata Parampara, to Vedavyasa, Vaishampayana, Yajnavalkya, Adya Shankara, to the Brahma Tattva, to the Shruti Mata. Simple thought for the day before we enter into the Upanishad, just to tune ourselves, is we have sufficiently done for the world. Now let us do for ourselves. We have done sufficiently for our upadhis also. Now let us do for our own Atma, for our own self. Enough done for the world. Still is there? Okay, whatever important do. But now let us do for ourselves. In doing for ourselves also, we have done for the Deha for such a long time. Doing only even now. For the prana also we did, went on giving whatever the prana was asking as food and drinks. To the mana also we gave for such a long time all its whims, fancies and desires. To the buddhi also we gave so far by being extroverted in trying to know so many things of the world. So to every one of them we have done seva. We have really done so much to them. Now what did we do for our real inner self? The remaining time we have to do for the inner self now. About the self, its nature, did we understand thoroughly? If we understand, then we must also understand that in the Atmanubhuti alone there is Anandam and Mukti. If this happens, it is consequently leading to the strongest desire to know the self. That strongest desire to know the self alone makes us do whatever the sadhana required at every cost. And that sadhana is all the time pulling our attention from the worldliness of the mind or intellect and putting it only in inquiring about the understanding of the self very deeply, subtly, undoubtedly. Once the understanding is thorough, the second aspect is to avoid in that self which is convincingly understood by us. If this is relentlessly happening, then we are doing something to ourselves. Anything other than is, again we are doing to upadhis only. How many number of punya karmas we do, all of them lead to the Sukha Bhoga only at again the Upadhi level. The Upadhis may be of the different lokas and different Devata Sharira or Yaksha Gandharva Sharira, whatever they may be, but they are also not the Atma Anubhava, they are only of the Upadhi Anubhava. Any loka of any higher devatas of any great upadhi, whatever the sukha is there, definitely comparatively better than the bhuloka, but then that is not permanent. That is not as great as the Atma Sukha, Atma Shanti, Atma Anubhava, Atma Ananda. Contemplating on these thoughts again and again, our desire for Atma Anubhuti we have to increase. By all the study of our Shastra of so many years or lives, if the desire for Atmanubhuti is growing, intensifying, then all our studies becoming fruitful. If that is not happening in our heart, anything else still we are longing for, seeking, means our study has not become paripakva. Whose dosha is a teacher's dosha or our dosha? Don't think about dosha. Again, revisit the Guru, revisit the Upanishads, and study again with sharp, subtle intellect to understand clearly both these aspects of the permanency of the self and blissful nature of the self, then impermanency of anything other than the self, then the binding nature of that not self. Till it becomes thoroughly understood, we have to again and again visit the Shastras. Again and again, we have to deeply study, contemplate. Like a scientist, when he is on a mission of discovering some principle, something, how he again and again revisits that point, whatever he has chosen to do or wanted to discover. So too, you and I have to revisit the Shastra Dhenam outside in the class, in the house as a homework, also in our mind all the time to become convinced about it. About what? He, knowing the self alone is mukti hetu, now let me desire that alone. That alone to the exclusion of everything else. Yameva eshaha vrunute. Yam atmanameva eshaha sadhakaha vrunute. Tena eva labhyaha. Remember always, just like any desire will not allow the Atma desire to happen, so too the Atma desire demands the giving up of every other desire. It is not emotion or sentiment, it is because in the Atma desire, in the Atma pursuit, in the Atma Anubhuti, what we find is there is nothing other than the Atma. When there is nothing other than the self, then how can we have desire for that not self? Therefore, the Atma Prapti desires, Atma Kamana desires or demands the withdrawal from the Kamana of everything else. And how we withdraw from the Kamana of everything else at the lower level and higher level. Lower level, these never giving trupti. Is it not? At the higher level, it is illusion or delusion, it is not real. The upadhis here, the Vishayavastus there outside, all of them are illusory created like the dream. Is it not that the dream tongue and the dream ice cream or any eatable giving the dream taste? All of them are projected on the waking mind. In the same way, we have to be very strong in our listening to Shastra and contemplation to know that the perceiver me, the perceived world, the perception, all of them, how much ever real substantial they are appearing, but on the deeper inquiry, they are found to be only imaginations, projections. When this becomes stronger, then our desire for the world gets reduced. This is called Viveka and Vairagya. Then only the desire for the self is strong. What is the outcome or the consequence of the self desire if it is strong is other than trying to know the self, nothing else we do. and the self is known in the heart. Therefore, he is always trying to sit only for the dhyanam to go beyond the panchakoshas, especially go up to the vijnanamaya level, and there he goes on searching for the self. If this is happening in our life, whenever time is there or taking the time, we are sitting for dhyanam, that also to discover the self in us, then we are really becoming the Atmakami. If that is not happening, means we have Sarpa Anatma Kamana, not the Atma Kamana. So therefore, keeping all this in background, we started saying the thought, if sufficient we have done for the world, sufficient we have done for the upadhi. Let us now start doing for the real actual self. This is the thought for the day. And Upanishads talk about this only. It is a mystical language. They are all of that period of Vedic period. Now we have come in time to such a time or days wherein all of that is unfamiliar. And what we are familiar is nothing but the binding word. Therefore, patiently becoming familiar with the Guru, with the Shastra, with the Satsanga, with the subject, by being regular, sincere, consistent, then we will be able to understand what the Rishi Guru Parampara said through the Shastra regarding Bandha and Mukti. That sufficient time, interest, liking to the Vedanta Shravana, we have to give. It is necessary. It is in our own interest. If we are restless, if we are in a hurry, yeah, I'll attend few classes, I must be told everything, I must understand everything. It won't happen. Guru can tell in one sentence, Tattvamasi, but are we understanding it? No, then we have to come again and again to listen what is Tat, what is Tat, what is Tvam, what is Asi. Therefore, patience, patient application of ours in the study of Shastra, in the class and above, as guided by the teacher, is necessary, inevitable shrama or parishrama or prayatna or effort, whatever you call, to be done by us. In the maturity of that Shravana Manana only, the conviction about the self as a as a thing to be discovered, after which alone all journeys end, all struggles end. So maybe all that way, Dashara has come and gone, but our Dashara starts right now today. More deep study, more intense study, more regular study, more contemplation, and engrossed only in the Upanishad Vishaya Adhyanam. Aim at this till the next Dashahara. Thoroughly conviction will come. Then next Dashahara to next one, another aim. What I am convinced now about the self, I'll abide in that. Pour all the efforts totally into that, it shall happen because it happened to whoever tried like this. Everybody can get it. Let us also try. That is our thought. Now, coming to the 11th Anuvakam, all these instructions that are given have to be listened, understood, kept in mind, and should be practiced as Kartavyata Buddhi with the only purpose of seeing our Antakarana is becoming free from the Ahankara, Ragadvesha, Kamakrodadi, Malinata, from all that impurity. Antakarana should become clear. Okay, Antakarana should become Shuddha, freed from all the kachara. Such one alone will be steadily applied in understanding the truth, in abiding in the truth. So, those who have conviction that I have to know the self to be liberated, alone understands the need of Shuddhi of Antakarana. The one who understands the need of Shuddhi Antakarana alone can be convinced about all these sadhanas that are told. And if these are not there, then everything opposite to dust is done by those people who value the world, who value the gains of the world, which are gained by asatya, adharma, ityadi. दुनिया चाहने वाले जरूर वैल्यूज को मिस करना पड़ता है, आज नहीं तो कल। रहेगा नहीं हमेशा दुनिया का प्राप्ति हमारे साथ तब तक जब तक कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ ना करे। So the Atmakami alone will follow all these instructions with Anushasana Bhavana. Atmakami and Anushasana Bhavana, Krita Karma Karta, in between are the understanding about the need of Antakarana Shuddhi. What is Antakarana Shuddhi? Nothing in the world is any more important to me. Nor the mind is fluttering, nor it is in the state of sleep. It is fully available to me with its readiness to ponder deeper in the on the self through the help of the Shastra. If that upalabdhi of the Antakarana we achieved, it is called Shuddha Antakarana. Again, what is Ashuddhanta Karana? Which is from within seeking the outer world, which is pulled outside because of the outer perceptions, which is so fluttering all the time, fluttering, when it gets tired, it goes into the Bija Avastha, Nidra Avastha. That is the Ashuddha Antakarana. Agitated, extroverted, exhausted, tired, and sleepy. Antakarana is Ashuddha, not agitated but calm and quiet, not extroverted but introverted, not sleepy but absolutely alert, is the Lakshana of the Shuddha Antakarana. That Shuddha Antakarana Vyakti alone can take the mantras of Upanishad and he can ponder deep the meaning of the Upanishad mantra, which reveals to him first the understanding, then the conviction, then in the deeper meditation level, he will know that the meaning of that word, which has got this purpose or this explanation, this understanding, it is me only. That anubhuti will come. If the antakarana is not Shuddha, it will feel very heavy to focus on the self. It will feel restless. It is not capable at all. It never likes. Ashuddha antakarana likes the world, enjoys the world, wants to be in the world, wants the things and beings of the world. Such person, how can he become introverted to transcend the upadhis of anna, prana, mana, enter into vijnanamaya, and then search there the purushaha, and then the upadhi yukta purushaha nirupadhika atma. He cannot do all that, no? Who is so antakarana ashuddha. Therefore, these are all kartavyan. These things, when they are done, be attentive. Ishvara is happy. He will bless us with some beautiful promotions, resources, comforts, enjoyments. The world is happy. Therefore, world will respect you, revere you. They give lot of incentives, love, respect. They even make you the leader. These are all the beautiful, positive, healthy results, outcomes of following all these sadhanas scrupulously, systematically. But then, let us not get trapped even in them. Our goals are only two. One, through all these activities, Shuddhi of Antakarana. Second, through Shuddha Antakarana, discovering and abiding in the absolute reality. If this conviction strongly is not there, then at one time when we were caught up in our own negativities, desires and papa dushkarma, at later on again we'll be lost in the journey, because without effort also, because these sadhanas we are doing, many positive things come. They are technically called as siddhis. The 18 siddhis which are talked in Bhagavata are when the mana is samyamita and all, at the higher level. But at a lower level, like when you are speaking truth always, so people are very happy with you, they appreciate you, they give you a position and all that. If you are lost in that, mind you, the mind becomes extroverted, time is wasted. We are here to use our time and mind only to know the self. Therefore, when somebody respects, loves us because we are speaking truth, there's nothing wrong. from the world standpoint. But there is always wrong from spirituality standpoint, because that also is an obstruction. That also holding you from becoming introverted. No, the sadhana is getting delayed. Therefore, only two things: Shuddhi of Antakarana, knowing the self. There is no third thing is required for us through doing all these sadhanas, which have to be done as Anushtana with Niyama with Kartavyata Buddhi. Every one of them. So, what is the idea therefore totally? I am the student and practitioner of the Anushasanam given by Shruti Mata as well as the Paramagurus in this Taittiriya Upanishad. First thing, I am the knower and practitioner of the beautiful the values that are given in the Upanishad by Shruti Mata and Rishi. What are they? Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara Swadhyayanma Pramadaha Acharyaya Priyam Dharma Prajatantumma Vyavachetsisi, all of them. I remember all of them. I am not forgetting even one of them even once. My entire life is lived on that basis. Like nowadays, for everyone, for every of the work, even there is no work, they are fully aware of the cell phone. Best example. ऑलवेज आई एम अवेयर. घर से निकला बाहर तो देखता हूँ लिया कि नहीं, कहीं गए वहां से वापस आ रहे तो वहां तो छूट तो नहीं गया, जेब में रखा कि नहीं. एवरी टाइम इट इज अराउंड इवन while डूइंग पूजा. Nowadays, in the same way, that's a very bad example is good but the thing is bad. Same way, I must be fully aware of what is the anushasana given by the Shruti and keep on abiding in that, aiming at Antakarana Shuddhi. This much effort, this much matured effort we must do. My goal is Paramatma, that's possible through meditation. Meditation is possible only the Antakarana Shuddhi. To get the Shuddhi of Antakarana, all of these I am doing consciously and observing whether they are leading to the Shuddhi of Antakarana or not. पूरा फुल अवेयरनेस के साथ जो कर सकते हैं, there is a very grown up matured sadhak. Clear? Now, we have just said in these 3-4 minutes of instruction, we must remember all these values told, we must practice them, not for any external outer profits, benefits, or appreciations, but they are for only Antakarana and Shuddhi. Shuddha Antakarana is the only one which can relentlessly contemplate on the self, which is required. देखो, आध्यात्मिक साधना जो अल्टीमेट साधना ध्यान है ना, वो परमात्मा मिलने तक लगातार करना ही चाहिए, करते ही रहना पड़ता है. हियर बी अटेंटिव. नॉट डूइंग साधना अ मोमेंट इज कॉल्ड एज द सांपू, द स्नेक, इन दैट snake and ladder example. Because in that one moment of not doing meditation, the other than the self enters into us. And it is a knack of pulling us down. Again, from that fall, we have to again rise and climb the ladder to go ahead. What I am saying is, the Antakarana Shuddhi leading to single job of all the time in deep contemplation meditation till the self is known, whether it happens in 1 day, 1 month, 1 year, 1 life, or even 100 lives. All that we don't know. But what we know is, till the Anubhava happens, we have to contemplate, meditate. And for that, how much of stamina energies are required? How much of the introvertedness is required? Is it not? How much of calmness is required? That is called Shuddha Antakarana. My Antakarana is made Ashuddha by the value given by me only to the things and beings and experiences of outer world, which have to be found as Mithya, because we have discussed in various Shastras about the Jagat's Mithyatva projection, nature of projection. It's not real. Through Anvaya Vetreka and all the sadhanas, we have intellectually understood it. We have to abide in it. वेदांत में क्या होता है, इंटेलेक्चुअल समझदारी से काम नहीं बनता. वी हैव टू अबाइड इन दैट इंटेलेक्चुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग. Then only the effort to abide gives the experience. Like drashta, drushya, viveka. Say, I am the drashta, the deha is drushya, is understood. Further logics, what? The drishya can never become drashta, drashta can never become drishya. Therefore, I cannot be the body, body cannot be me. Understanding ho raha hai. But still we are suffering the bodily pangs, is it not? Why? Because we have never tried to abide in this knowledge. And when you try to avoid, then the questions come. What is the meaning of avoidance? Then the answers come. That means never talk the language of the body. Is it not? Never do the activities prompted by the body. Maintain it for its health, etc. But beyond that, be conscious about the entire day's activities in which Deha Tadatma is becoming stronger. Avoid all of them. देखो, these are all intricate sadhanas to be done to get out of aham dehosmi bhava. Theoretically, when we know aham dehosmi, is not at all enough. We have to avoid in that. Then only the Vedanta helps us. Vedanta cannot help us only by intellection. No guru or shastra, if they say intellectually you are sufficient, you are self-sufficient, then you can get mukti, then they are absolutely wrong. Nobody says, no shastra says. You have to abide in that. So for that avoidance only, all these purifications, introvertedness, all are required. Okay, this much is enough. Now come to the topic. We have seen yesterday, Satyat na pramaditavyam, even by mistake, even in dream also, even by vismruti also, we should not do the pramada from the satya of speaking anrutam. सत्य के अलावा झूठ बोलने वाला गलती भूल कर भी सपने में भी एक बार भी नहीं होने देना. वो होने देने को प्रमाद कहते हैं, प्रमाद नहीं होने देना. सत्यात न प्रमादितव्यम. Therefore, what is the meaning of that? Even in dream or forgetting also, the jhoot should not be spoken. Means what? To that level, the satya should permeate. Means सत्य का इतना आदत करें कि गलती से भी असत्य अनृतम ना होवे. That is the load of the word न प्रमादितव्य. Otherwise, if सत्यम वदा is said, धर्मम चरा, चलो सत्यम बोलो तो बोल रहे हैं, जहाँ बोलना है, जहाँ जरूरत असत्य में बोलेंगे, बिकॉज डिनाई तो नहीं किया. अनृतम नहीं बोलना तो नहीं बोला ना, तो सत्यम बोलो, बोला, बोल ही रहे हम. ये नहीं बोलो तो नहीं कहा. Therefore, that may somebody may crooked intellect fellow take it in that way. Therefore, Shruti doesn't want to spare. Therefore, she says सत्य से प्रमाद करना ही नहीं. मतलब सपने में भी झूठ का ख्याल नहीं आना, भूल कर भी झूठ का ख्याल नहीं आना. See the load of this sentence. If it is not clearly heard by you right now, not thoroughly understood, you will miss that point. What is said is not a mere outer sentence. Beyond the outer sentence and its grosser meaning, what is conveyed deeply is to be caught. This is what the alertness to maintain the satyatva is important there. Not speaking satya once in a while. To such an extent that from the entire life, this anrutam is selected and deleted. That is called satya se pramada kabhi nahi karna. Na pramaditavya. Every moment. So to satyasya pramadam anrutam vismrutyapi na vadaniyam. Satyameva vadaniyam. That is the concept. So to dharmat na pramaditavyam. Dharma is anusthana. Ananusthana is called as pramada. Therefore, never ever give a chance for any reason for the pramada of not doing the anusthana to be done. Clear? There are shastrokta anusthana for our body, physical body, mind, etc. maintenance, and for our own successes in life, especially for spirituality, their anusthana are given. To those anusthana called as dharma, there is no pramada of not doing. Remember here the scene. Guru is sending the disciple to the world. And the disciple, not like in Gurukula, having only one identity, that is a disciple. He will go with the friends, he will be with family members, he will be relations, he will be in the marketplace, he will be in his own profession. Is it not? How many places he will be there? And everywhere he should be there only to do the dharma. In that, what is meant is what? Without doing doing dharma, don't do the adharma. Clear? अधर्म को छोड़ना ही है. Second point, धर्म को करना है. Most important, the third point, that after the dharma is done there, don't stay there. Go to the next dharma. Go to the next dharma. In this way, धर्म को कर्तव्य के रूप में, अनुष्ठान के रूप में करना. The word is अनुष्ठान. The pramada in the dharma is ananushtanam, because dharma is anushtana rupa. The word dharma means to be done. To be done is called anushtana. Anushtana means with a commitment it has to be done, because it has to be done. So not doing itself is pramada. Therefore, don't have the pramada of not doing, point one. Second is do it, dharma. Third is what? Don't stay there. Then what? Go to the next dharma. Because a human being, till he dies, continuously there is some anushtana for him to do. In that anushtana, it can be even nidra also. Because you are so tired and exhausted. After that, your dharma is to sleep, so that the body, senses, they get refreshed. अनुष्ठान है वो, like बीमारी हुआ तो taking दवा is अनुष्ठान, again taking rest is an अनुष्ठान. At that time, that is the dharma. It is not when I am doing my dharma of the duty, I am doing it. Suddenly I became ill. Now once I become ill, my duty is what? Not doing this duty, but the duty now of the taking care of the body, its health. And once the body is recovered again, the duty is not continue to stay in the hospital. Come back and join into your duties. Here क्या बता रहे कि अनुष्ठान है, अनुष्ठान लगातार रहता है. Because a human being kurvanneveha karmane jijivishet satagam samaha means what? You will have to do the laukika dharmas, you will have to do the jiva dharma, you will have to do the paramarthika dharma of Vedanta Shravanam ityadi. When he is tired in them, he is to do the other activity of taking rest. Other than this, anything is adharma. That he should not do. That is called as dharmat na pramaditavyam in its deeper sense. Means what? There is no moment we are lazy. There is no moment we are doing adharma. There is every moment we are only doing dharma. They are the laukika dharmas which are in the world. So to our jiva dharma, that we are intensifying our spiritual sadhana, and paramarthika dharma, that again and again telling to ourselves that I am the self. All of them or any one of them keep on doing. दोनों बातें, किए बिना नहीं रहना और अधर्म भी नहीं करना. मतलब करते ही रहना, वो भी धर्म ही. That is the meaning of word अनुष्ठान. In that way, from this standpoint, what Shruti Mata is expecting from all of us is every day, 24 hours is an anushtanam, like that entire life is an anushtanam of doing the dharma. That's why in the beginning he said dharma means the general understanding. Satya is occasional. Only in some demanding situation, the need of speaking Satya will arise. It's not you have to worry about it all the time. But dharma is 24 hours. Like imagine a day, night 10 o'clock. What is dharma? Sleep. Get up at what? 4. That is a dharma. Immediately our meditation and all. Up to 6, that is dharma. Then 6 to 6:30, some yoga, pranayam. Dharma. Then get ready for the class. Now, where is the time where we are without doing and doing what we are supposed to do? We are tired because got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. By 1:30, again 1 hour, you are taking rest. The taking rest also is part of dharma. Doing some exercise also part of dharma. Having healthy food also is part of dharma. In this way, धर्म में रहते ही रहना हमेशा. और मन में ऐड करें धर्म नहीं करना किसी क्षण भी वो अधर्म है. That is the meaning of धर्म का मतलब अनुष्ठान है, नहीं करना अनुष्ठान itself is called pramada. मतलब क्या है? अब हिंदी में बोलो तो मैं बुरा नहीं कर रहा हूं ना, आप मुझे अधर्मी क्यों खड़ा कर रहे हो मैया? कुछ ना कुछ नहीं करना वो भी अच्छा, वो भी अधर्म ही है। Is it not? Be careful about it. That means what? I can't be without doing something all the time. Yeah, you can't be. You are not a dead stone. You are a living being. Keep, that's the meaning of kurvan eva. Present continuous tense. करते करते ही रहना. और जब थक जाते सोना है. Other than these two, what are they? Neither sleeping nor working. Then what? Lazying and getting distracted in the indulgences. That's called adharma. So, what in this way indirectly the Shruti Mata is conveying is, as a human being, we have 24 hours dharma to do till we know the self. Other than this, anything called as lazying out, anything called as being extroverted in the objects world, that all is adharma. Why? They are creating impressions. Again, you have to wash out them. In involving all of them, again we give reality to the upadhis, reality to the world. That means what? You are contradicting your own sadhana. That's a very sublime thing. If you can catch it in the understanding, at least it gives some satisfaction. If you can practice it, then you will evolve faster. What is that? मॉर्निंग उठने से लेकर रात को सोने तक, देन जन्म से लेकर मरने तक हमको करते ही रहना है. Clear? And that is technically said in a beautiful shloka for meditation sadhana. Asuptehe amrutat kalat asupter amrute kalam nayet vedanta chintaya. This is the very great guidance given by the teacher to disciple. Asuptehe amrute kale nayet kal आसुप्तात् अमृतात् कालम नयेत वेदांत चिंतया. आसुप्तात् अमृतात् कालम नयेत वेदांत चिंतया. To become qualified for Vedanta Chinta, that's called Antakarana Shuddha. These things have to be done. But how? Asuptat means till we sleep at night, means deep sleep. आने तक. Then in that way every day. Till what? Till we leave this body. हर दिन सोने तक और मरने तक जिंदगी में हमें वेदांत चिंता में ही समय व्यतीत करना. We are not qualified for that. We need अंतःकरण शुद्धि. Therefore, अंतःकरण शुद्धि giving upasanas, anushtanas, dharma karya, we have to do them. Before here, the dharmat na pramaditavyam me, then you have to add dharma not only of the worldly duty, dharma of the upasana yajnayaga, which purify us, which quieten us, which invoke divine grace on us. तीन ही काम जिंदगी में, मेडिटेशन करो या उपासना करो या बाहर धर्म रूपी सेवा करो. थक गए तो उतना ही सोना जितना सोने से थकावट दूर होगा, फिर से यू आर बैक ऑन द वर्क. See that laborers every day afternoon they eat food while they're working, then half an hour 40 minutes they take permission and have a nap. Exactly 6 बजे आते हैं लोग, 12:30 बजे दे ब्रेक, 1:30 बजे तक 15 मिनट खाने में, चाहे 45 मिनट for that rest. Then 1:45, 12, 1:30 बजे when they start 1:30, again till evening 6 they continue. You can see them. They are supposed to do. One or two they escape little bit, थोड़ा ज़्यादा तबीयत ठीक नहीं वगैरह. But otherwise, in the same way, our life should be like a laborer. Keep on working from morning 6 to 2, 2 to 3:30 sleep, again 3:30 morning, night 9:30, 10:30. We have to go on doing dharma karma for our antakarana shuddhi and sadhana. That niyama we have to put. This is a correct conviction. Any conviction other than this, a wrong conviction gained because of still lot of desire, lot of vasanas and non-conviction about the self. है कि नहीं? मैं क्यों बनूंगा जिंदगी में एक्सट्रोवर्टेड? क्योंकि आई एम नॉट कन्विंस्ड अबाउट दिस सेल्फ. दैट मीन्स माय नॉलेज इज नॉट सफिशिएंट. But those who have the sufficient convinced knowledge about the truth and its glory, their life will be like this. Dharmat na pramaditavyam. So again I am telling, dharma means anushtana. Therefore, not doing itself is adharma. And this anushtana of dharma is 24 hours as long as we are alive. Therefore, all the time we are doing something which is purifying us, something which is empowering us, something which is invoking divine grace on us, finally, something which is strengthening our conviction of the self, then meditation. Here in the word dharma, we can add meditation also. Why? That is the final dharma which takes us to reality. And anything qualifies us for meditation, again, therefore, is the internal dharma. To make us introverted, whatever the thing we have to do outside without any phalapeksha, that's called as the external dharma. So the external dharma should take us to the internal dharma. The internal dharma should take us to the final meditational dharma. The meditation dharma takes us to the swadharma, the paramadharma, that I am self. There's no doubt, there's no ambiguity at all in this. Then we are told about kushalatna pramaditavyam. In that kushalata, both we are more talking about the guru telling disciples when he's going out, but we are not a disciple going out now. We are oldies. We are going to die in few years. तो हमारे लिए इसका आध्यात्मिक ही दृष्टि से इनको भी पढ़ना है. So there the kushalat means in your own safety, security, atma rakshana, you should not do pramada. That is what to the disciple who is just entering into the world, because you'll have to live a long life, healthy life, active life, productive life, joyful life, creative life, contributing life. इसलिए आप अपने कुशलता का ख्याल रखो. अब हमारे लिए कुशलता क्या है? इतने ओल्ड हो गया अभी. एक ही कुशलता है, द साधका इन अस, द साधना इन अस, वी हैव टू प्रोटेक्ट. दैट्स कॉल्ड कुशलता फॉर अस. For him, the Atma Rakshana is all of them. For us, the Atma Rakshana is साधक को बचाओ अपना अंदर का हर दिन. That sadhaka gets demoralized or weakened because of the inner forces and outer forces. Then not allowing those inner and outer forces to degrade or demoralize or harm this sadhaka in us is called kushala karma for us. Here is Atma Rakshana is the Jiva Rakshana, sadhaka Rakshanata for us. Main meaning is wherever we are, be smart enough, intelligent enough to protect yourself at every level. In that kushalata, protect your deha, protect your financial status, protect your social status, protect your professional job, protect your value, name and fame in the society, in your relatives. All of that is called kushalata. व्यवहार में. So आत्म रक्षण कहते हैं उसको. Don't be inadvertent to lose any of these things. But for us, in the spiritual parlance, we are in sadhakas. साधकत को, हमारे अंदर के साधक को रक्षा करना ही कुशल कर्तव्य. Well, we are not now busy in the world going and all. अभी हो गया, अभी हो चुका है, अभी कर रहे हो क्या? करने वालों को वो meaning. There is no objection. Still, is it not? As a father-in-law, mother-in-law, protect yourself from the son-in-law, daughter-in-law. Kushalatna pramitavyam. Why? How? By doing all their seva, giving them all the money, loving them, talking so nicely, and tolerating all their stupidity. Till by doing all this useless thing, what is the one word you get from your daughter-in-law? My father-in-law or mother-in-law is not so bad. That much only they say. They don't even say good. For that, you have put all the efforts. If that liking is in your mind, do that, kushalata. But if you say no, तीन साल से वेदांत उपनिषद सुन रहे, our goal is inner self, then साधक की कुशलता रखनी. At that time, you will not involve with anybody to fight or to demand from them. Only when you demand, then the fighting happens. Is it not? When you do your own things at home, not depending on anyone, why will they trouble you? Why you depend on them? Why the quarrel comes? Nothing comes. Then your mind is quiet. That quiet mind can do sadhana. That is called as the rakshana of the sadhaka in us. For an example, that's called kushalata. Uska pramad nahi karna. For us the meaning, kushalatna pramaditavyo. By any reason I should not forget the sadhaka in me, weaken the sadhaka in me. Such person even will not watch TV. Because when you're watching TV, I'm not a sadhaka. I'm a bhogi, I'm a samsari. Therefore, you have to do the kushalata of the here. Don't do that pramada. Put it off. At that time, do Veda mantra chanting, some Purana chanting, some of the any meditation, contemplation. Thak gaye, so jao. If you're tired, you sleep. If you're hungry, eat. Don't do any fourth thing other than these three. Sadhana, hungry, eat, tired, sleep. Only these three are allowed to us, not any fourth. This can be the explanation of Kushala. Then again, Bhutena Pramaditavyam, for the world is what? Worldly people, for the students. Go on prospering. Don't get stagnant in your evolution. भूति मतलब एवोल्यूशन. और भी कमाओ पैसे, और भी कमाओ नाम, और भी कमाओ अपने प्रमोशन एटसेट्रा. Go on reaching the high scale. And all you can do that when you increase your own inner talents, therefore increase your inner abilities, talents and qualification. रुकना नहीं. मतलब क्या है यहाँ? What Guru's idea is, see, be attentive. Very beautiful thought. Guru taught to all disciples. Now, all of them know Brahmajnanam is a moksha, is a final. But all of them or many of them have so many things in the world to achieve or do out of their own desire or obligation or compulsion or demand, kuch bhi ho. To them, Guru is saying two things. Those who are staying back in the ashram, for them the meaning of all these words is as we are interpreting. But those are going out, for them, yaar, tu kahin bhi ja raha hai. Don't be mediocre or lower fellow. You be so hardworking to scale heights in whatever you are doing. That's called bhutyaina pramaditavya. Kahin rukna nahi. Don't remain as clerk. You aim at officer. Don't be an ordinary player. You come to a level of captain through all your abilities. You understand? That's the bhuti. Bhuti ka आप प्रमाद नहीं करना. You excel. Right? That is what you are meant for. You are not trained in the ashram to be lazy. Aim at the highest position and go on working for it, reach. Like don't remain only at the Lance Naik or Subedar or that level. Aim at as big as possible. Gain for that. No, I'm only 10th pass. Kyo kya? Then take 6 months leave from army and get graduation. Then graduation के लिए अलग rank होता है. You can apply for it and get it. Then don't stop there. If you're a postgraduate, then you will be given. इसका अर्थ ये है भूतेन प्रभवितव्यम. Keep on, because that is a joy. You know, the Lord with infinite powers are in me. Is in me. That power I have to express outside. No, for that only the world here. How can I suppress all those abilities in me? Gurudev is a great example. He was always in bhuti. He never satisfied the mediocre way. Extensively, exhaustively, he tried to achieve maximum by working maximum. That's the beauty. Bhuti, in whatever the field chosen. Bhuteina pramaditavyu. And for us, the bhuti is what? Whatever sadhana we are doing, do it more detailedly, more intensely, more deeply, more consistently. This is a bhuti or prosperity for us. Our prosperity for sadhaka is not one. That's why एक क्लास 2 क्लास नहीं 6 क्लास हो गए. उसमें फिर भाष्य के साथ हम पढ़ रहे हैं. देन उसको हमने चैंटिंग्स भी ऐड की. मॉर्निंग चैंटिंग होता है, सहस्रनाम का चैंटिंग होता है, इवनिंग भागवत पारायण स्कंद वी डूइंग क्लास, वी आर डूइंग अध्यात्म पारायण क्लास, फिर इसका स्तोत्रम. So we are going on giving our time more and more to the Lord, because first time is to be given, then the mind is given, then the purified mind and the aham also is given to Lord, then the Lord is experienced. Our effort of doing all these chantings is not killing time, using time for remembering divine. That is how it is done. This is called the bhuti. The further bhuti is what? समय के हिसाब से और भी टाइम इसी के लिए देना, and while giving the time becoming more deeper. These are all called bhuti for us. उसका प्रमाद ना करें. Don't take for granted or lighter by saying कि मैं यहाँ तक पहुँच गया ना, अभी रुक जाऊंगा, अभी नहीं करूंगा आगे. हाँ. रुकना ही झुकना होता है, रुकना ही स्लिप होना होता है. स्पिरिचुअलिटी में चलते रहो. चरे हुए थी. आत्म तत्व मिलकर उसमें स्थिर होने तक हमको चरण करते ही रहना पड़ेगा. चरणम चरणम. That is the meaning of bhutyai na pramaditavyam. Then swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. Bhuti vibhuti tasya bhute bhutyarthat mangalarthat karmanah na pramaditavyam. In that bhuti, what we can add in the outer world is what? every of the thing like dress. In the dress also bhuti. And that ऐसे धोके लटका के सूख के पहन के चला गया. That's not bhuti. Properly ironing it is called as bhuti. So do you have a house, very ordinary, normal, but you have painted it, furnished it, decorated it with all. That is called as bhuti. Enjoy that also. Don't enjoy laziness. Laziness is not joy. Laziness is a compulsory joy we invoke, which is not healthy. It slowly leads us to the stoniness. तमोगुण का सुख बहुत डेंजर भयंकर है. वो अब जो इवॉल्व हुए हम उस हमको वापस बाप पत्थर की तरफ ले जाता है. Therefore, a bhuti is that. Like you have a scooter, go for a car. How to earn that, you see. You have 5 friends, make it 20. तो मंगलार्थात् कर्मणः न प्रमदितव्यम्. These are all that things. And here some subtle hint Bhagavan is giving is what? Bhuti is possible by God's grace. All the upasanas done for invoking God's grace is called as Mangala Karma. They were through the Mangala Karma of variety of pujas, very frequently, by invoking grace of the Lord, aim at the bhuti. That is the meaning. The Mangala Karma in the office is doing more and more work and propitiating the officer. There the bhuti is he gives promotions. The Mangala Karma in various organizations, friends, relative circle is keeping them in touch with and taking them into confidence and initiating to help them and all. When these Mangala Karmas are done, then they love you, they support you, they're always with you. That is called the bhuti there. Some subtle Aishwaryas other than this you want, Ishvara gives. Therefore, there the Mangala Karma is Upasanas. तो उपासना रूपी मंगल कर्म के द्वारा ईश्वर अनुग्रह से ही मिलने वाले भूतियों को पाना. छोटू नौकरी में अच्छा काम वाला मंगलता से प्रमोशन रूपी भूति को पाना. छोटू in all the other friendly circles do those mangala karma by which the bhuti happens. What is bhuti? What is mangala karma? He is leaving for our discretion, but he is telling, do the mangala karma to get the bhuti. Okay? In the profession, the mangala karma is strictly going on time and doing the work as told by the boss. That leads to bhuti, quick promotion. In the upasana kanda, do the mangala karma of the nitya upasana to the Lord so much that he gives his bhuti of his security, protection and any of the riches and all. So too in the world. So bhutyartham mangalat karmanah na pramaditavyam. Mangalarthat karmanah na pramaditavyam. Okay? Bhutyarthat mangalarthat karmanah na pramaditavyam. आपके प्रॉस्पेरिटी को दिलाने वाले. और एक और बात यहां लगाया, मंगल कर्म कहा उन्होंने. भूति कभी टेम्पररी शॉर्टकट में अमंगल कर्म से भी होता है. डोंट डू दैट अमंगल कर्म. यू अंडरस्टैंड? रिश्वत दे के प्रमोशन पाना, झूठ बोलकर, धोखा देकर, ये अमंगल भी नहीं करना. फिर सी द केयरफुलनेस ऑफ द गुरु. आदि शंकरा भाष्यकार. Bhuti na pramaditavya means bhuti means vibhuti. Okay? Bhuti means growth in everything. Thus say bhuti. For the sake of bhuti, bhuti arthat mangala arthat karmana na pramaditavyam. Whatever gives you the bhuti in a positive manner, those positive karma karne mein pramad nahi karna. Any vibhuti other than Paramatma Prapti can be temporarily gained by some amangala karma also. वो मत करना, केवल मंगल. हाउ केयरफुल सी शंकर भगवान. अदरवाइज इमेजिन भूति इज बिकमिंग लखपति फ्रॉम हजारपति. बट द अमंगल कर्म, कहीं चोरी किया, किसी को धोखा दे दिया, 1 लाख तो आ गए ना स्वामी, भूति आ गया. बट द क्वेश्चन इज डिड यू डू मंगल कर्म और अमंगल किया, देन इट इज नॉट भूति. मंगल कर्म ही करके ही भूति को पाना है. Sanctioned by the Shastras, authenticated Shastras, only those karma we have to do the bhuti. Therefore, we have to grow in life. That is bhuti, but not by wrong means. Only by righteous means of mangala karma. उसके लिए प्रमाद नहीं करना. So don't have the pramada of getting satisfied, not aiming at bhuti. Don't have the pramada of doing amangala karma. Don't have the pramada of not doing the mangala karma. तो कॉन्शियसली एम करके मैं विभूति को उसको पाने के लिए क्या मंगल कर्म करनी है वो करते रहना इज द मीनिंग ऑफ भूत्यै न प्रमदितव्यम. नॉट एम्ड एट द हायर गोल, therefore not doing anything positive, then we are doing pramad. Goal is remembered but doing wrong thing, that is also not it's not मंगल कर्म. मंगल कर्म है इसलिए वो भी फिर प्रमाद में आ जाता है. Be careful. We have to be convinced about all these things. Finally, now we should not escape into the wrong lanes. कुछ भी करके हमें बाय लेन रॉन्ग लेन में नहीं फंसना, हमें रॉयल रॉयल पाथ में ही रहना, हाईवे में ही रहना हमको. एंड द भूति फॉर अस इज व्हाट इन द स्पिरिचुअल साधना quantitatively, okay, more japa, more time of upasana, and qualitatively also more. In that quality, the depth of devotion, shraddha. अगर इसको बढ़ाते जाते तो भूति. I'm telling you what sadhanas you are. If you come and ask me what sadhanas we have to do, Swamiji, I will not tell you even one additional sadhana. I will only ask you what you are doing. You tell me 3-4 एक कर रहे, उसी को और ध्यान से प्रेम से करो, वही आपको फल देगा. That is called bhuti for us. If you have more sadhanas to be done, you do. Either you need them or you feel like doing them or you can do them. For that, because of that, because you have a lot of time, you can add. That is quantitative bhuti. I got like person who is in a service. तो 8-9 घंटे ऑफिस में जाते हैं, आके थक जाते हैं. We can do only 5 to 10 mala of japa per day. But once retired, he can do 20-30. So doing it is called bhuti, quantitative. Is it not? But along with quantity, the bhuti is what? Quality. In that quality, our own application, with clarity of understanding what I am doing, how I have to do, and add the most wonderful, interesting, important garnishing spices called as Shraddha and Prema. Don't do anything Ashraddha se or रोते रोते नहीं करना. गीता तो कहते अश्रद्धया उतं दत्तं तपस्तप्तं कृतं चेत् असदित्युच्यते वार्ता न सतत प्रेत्य नो यह. रोते रोते बिना श्रद्धा का कुछ करना ही नहीं चाहिए, खासकर स्पिरिचुअल चीजें. हंसते हुए we are aiming at Paramatma, we are doing noble thing as told by the Shastra and Guru. Why cry? The cry is in that person's mind whose mind is still hankering over the worldly things and he feels he is missing all of them, therefore frustrated. Like when I take class 10 minutes extra, those who have so much interest in the world, they get frustrated. अबे खत्म ही नहीं बंदा करके. Those who don't have any of the thing, और 10 मिनट लगाओ और एक thought सिखाओ. It's not. It depends on how your mind is. Bhuti, qualitative, quantity for us. And in the world, for the brahmacharis who are going, bhuteina brahmadavya. Work on, and keep on sending me letters every month saying that this promotion I got, this incentive I got, that bonus I got, this wonderful reputation I got in the best place. मुझे हर बार जब देखता हूँ मैं तुमका तरक्की. That's why I ask whenever the youngsters call me, बेटा आ गया क्या तुम्हारा प्रमोशन, इंक्रीमेंट हुआ क्या? भूति. First we ask, are you okay? Fine. Your job intact? Because of recession or all these things are happening. No, so it's a good job. Then did you get promotion? Yes. So kushalat and bhuti. If he says, no, then why are you? Ask the boss why he's not giving promotion. To get promotion, what is to be done? Ask him and do it and get it. Don't be stagnant. Don't wait for others. They are lazy. They have 100 people in their mind. They are so distracted. You mind your prosperity. वो किसी के वेट नहीं करना. Learn this one art in life. Don't wait. Don't wait for the wife to give coffee. Go and make and drink and come. नहीं तो आधा जिंदगी उनका काफी, because she is busy in cell phone, she is busy in her children, she has 100 things to do. You are not the only one in her life. होता है कि नहीं? In the same way, don't wait for the boss. You go, you ask him, I want promotion, sir. I am already 8 years senior. Then he'll be shocked also to listen. Then he thinks, yeah, you are right. देन व्हाट यू वांट, ये प्रोजेक्ट करके आओ 6 महीने में, आई विल गिव यू प्रमोशन, कर दो, हो गया बहुत ही। नहीं तो ऐसे ही सगड़ा अटका ही रहेगा। Like at home also, if you don't paint, paint will not, without paint you can stay 50 years in the house, but every 2 years you can change the color and enjoy, that's also beauty, beauty. Like any, those who want to live in meagerness, who says not? Meagerness you have to live out of vairagya, not out of laziness. Bhuti means that one. Okay. So, bhutyaina pramaditavyam. Done sufficiently. Now the next one is easy. Swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramaditavyam. बाबा ये अब तक हम 50 बार देख चुके हैं. प्लीज आई रिक्वेस्ट यू, बेग यू, डोंट मिस द क्लास. देखो कल दसरा था. विथ ऑल आवर फियर्स, टेंटेटिवनेस इन द माइंड, वी कंडक्टेड क्लासेस. क्लासेस करने के कारण कोई कुछ नुकसान हुआ क्या? नहीं किया होता तो क्लासों का नुकसान होता था. We value the class, therefore not conducting class is a loss. I have no doubt about it. But we have managed. Nothing happened to the world. No prime minister, no president, nobody in the world has complained against you. Ki on the Saturday, how can you attend Swami's class? You understand? That is the challenging. That's the meaning of Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam. Yesterday I did very less puja. But I am very happy because I did not compromise with my classes. Because in the class we are reminded of the Shruti Vakya, Brahma Tattva, Atma Jnanam. इससे बढ़कर तो हो ही नहीं सकता. In this all Deepavali, Dasara, Holi, everything is included for me. Manage and compare this also. Anyway, so this is the meaning of, example wise meaning of Swadhyaya Pravachan se pramad nahi karna. So Swadhyayam adhyanam, Pravachanam adhyapanam, pramado na kartavya. Then anushtheya iti niyamena kartavya iti arthaha. They have to be done as a niyama. हो गया? स्वाध्याय प्रवचन, विदाउट स्वाध्याय प्रवचन एक दिन भी नहीं हो. अदर देन यू कम टू क्लास. क्लास को तो छोड़ना ही नहीं आप. दैट एनीवे कमिटमेंट, इट्स हो गया. यूर मॉर्निंग इवनिंग टाइम फॉर हिंदी इंग्लिश पीपल, तेलुगु वालों के लिए दोपहर में भी देयर टाइम इज फिक्स्ड फॉर द क्लास. Unless something higher, greater, important than this comes, then you are allowed. That is anyway, you know it. You are sincere, I have no doubt. Along with this, your own time at home taken, and you do your own swadhyaya and tell somebody, that's called swadhyaya pravachana. उसमें आप प्रमाद नहीं करना. Okay, then increase hours, increase the time, increase the depth. इस तरह अपने आप के ऊपर ही हम एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हुए अपने आप को सीधा करना है, अच्छा करना है, बढ़िया करना है, बड़ा करना है, बढ़ते रहना. व्हाट इज टोटल स्पिरिचुअल साधना? मैं नामक अहम वृत्ति, मेरा कालम, मेरा अंतःकरण सारा भगवानमय होना. दैट इज कॉल्ड स्पिरिचुअलिटी. आई, my antakarana and my time is divinized. That's called spiritual. Divinized means soaked in divinity. Soaked means experiencing only divinity. That's the goal. फिर उसके लिए उतना करना पड़ता है. स्वाध्याय प्रवचनाभ्याम न प्रवचनाभ्याम. Every day some books you have to have and keep on studying them. How much you understand, we'll see later. First make a habit of Swadhyaya. I'm so happy when I restarted the chanting of 7th Skanda Bhagavatam. It is giving a Swadhyaya to me. I'm not talking on that. You can already listen already there. But then the refreshing course हो रहा है मेरे को. How Prahlada was teaching to children. Kaumare Acharya Prajna Dharman Bhagavataniha. How wonderful he says यार कि ये देखो जैसे बिना मांगे दुख होता है ना, वैसे बिना मांगे सुख भी होता है. Don't work for the sukha which anyway going to come. Ishwar is always there to give. Do work for that which cannot come to you without work. That is called spiritual sadhana. Therefore, put your efforts to do sadhana. How cutely he was talking. Is it not an eye opener? Tallabhyate dukkhavadanyatah sukham. Like dukkha, unasked, sukha also comes. Don't work for it. Prahlada says to the children yesterday. एंड ही इज ए चाइल्ड ऑफ 5 years. बाकी सारे बच्चे भी 5-6 साल के. मैं तो हैरान हो गया. ही टॉक्स इन 8 or 9 श्लोकास about grasthashrama, kutumba vyavastha, how we get lost in that without doing our sadhana, is telling to the children. I thought it was taken aback when I was comparing. He's a child of 5-6 साल, talking like an elderly महाज्ञानी योगी सन्यासी की तरह. और एक एक श्लोक इतना, मैं तो सोचता हूँ कि उसके ऊपर यज्ञ हर दिन, हर महीने में एक यज्ञ करो उस पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक पे. The Prahlada's teaching to the Daitya Balakas is such a beautiful topic. To this, when you add what he told his father called Shravanam Kirtanam, it becomes a beautiful topic. Start from that. The father put him in his lap and asked, Beta, what did you learn in so many years? He says, Papa, I heard this much I learned. Do this Navada Bhakti and offer it to the Lord. This is the ultimate thing I learned, because there is nothing ultimate then. Then becomes angry and all that punishments. वो सब edit करके come to this portion when all the acharyas have gone for some shopping. The children सब इनके पास आए. Then he started telling them, right, भागवत धर्मों को कुमार अवस्था से शुरू करना है, बुढ़े होकर कुछ नहीं होता. Like that he starts telling it. Such a beautiful thing. And he requests them, he orders them, ये दैत्य गुणों को छोड़ो, राक्षस गुणों को छोड़ो, दैवी गुणों को अपनाओ, संसार में फंसो मत, सब मिथ्या है, unreal है, एक परमात्मा alone is real. Please study words sloka by sloka at least once. The Prahlada given Upanishad given by Prahlada, not given to, given by. I am telling you Swadhyaya ka Anand. So too Adhyatma Ramayana, when we are doing Parayanam. No, we know the story, but the taste of it again is Kal Dekha Sita Ram Kalyanam. How wonderful it is. Clear? स्वाध्याय प्रवचन में प्रमाद नहीं करना. You should be having your books on the table, कुर्सी proper, जहाँ भी बैठ सकते हो सहूलियत. Be always in स्वाध्याय प्रवचन. मौका मिले गए बैठे. We have to have some fixed spots in our life at home. Okay? Meditation spot, puja spot, स्वाध्याय spot, जपा spot, है ना, क्लास को आने का स्पॉट, खाते हैं भूख लगती है तो खाने का स्पॉट, थक गए सोने का स्पॉट, कुछ जगह वॉकिंग करने के लिए. अपने आप को आउटसाइड इतने दायरे में रखो तो इनसाइड वी कैन रीच ग्रेट डिस्टेंसेस एंड हाइट्स इन साधना. ऐसा अच्छा लगता है. देन वी हैव 2 more sets to study. देव पितृ कार्याभ्याम न भवितव्यम. Then Matru Pitru Acharya Atideva Bhava is a little crucial. Tomorrow we discuss about it. Meaning is obvious. माता पिता गुरु और अतिथि का देवता रूप में सेवा करो. बट इतना कहने से मजा नहीं आता ना, थोड़ा हम उसके ऊपर पॉन्डर करेंगे. With that, this portion is over. Then 2 more paragraphs are there. यान्य नवद्यानि कर्माणि इत्यादि. Then एके च आस्मश्रेयागम. So, नहीं. Next one is called Atateri Karma Vichikitsava. These 2. After these 2 are over, before the 12th Anuvakam, around 40-50 pages, में आदिवंश शंकर भगवान gives the karma jnana samuchaya ka kya hai position. Ultimately he says, only through the jnana prapti moksha will come, not through any of the karma. That he will discuss. And we will study it. For my sake, you have to attend those classes. I also want to have a thorough study and clarity. It may take some days, whatever, that one. After the 11th one, before the 12th Anuvaka, in more than 20-25 pages or 20 pages, Bhagavan gives the Bhashya to explain, because so far what was talked was karma upasana, karma upasana. अब ब्रह्म विद्या शुरू ही नहीं हुआ. Okay, now he is going to tell Brahma Vidya. Now when he has to tell karma upasana as qualification of Brahma Vidya, he focused on that. Brahma Vidya is not touched at all. Little only touched. Now he is entering into Brahma Vidya in the level, next Valli. He will have to clear off account about karma and upasana. Therefore, jnana karma samuchayavada, he will break and say nothing of karma is required to know Brahma Tattva. It is only praptasya prapti. It is known only by knowing it. Gained only by knowing it. That portion of discussion. You will listen and understand. When you listen, you will understand it. Very useful it is. It is very scholarly, very intellectual, very logical it is. That tells us the uselessness of karma to know the self. Earlier the karma is required for antakarana shuddhi, but not for Paramatma prapti. We will see it. Okay. Om 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 Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Ashishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha Paramarshibhyo Namaha Parabrahmane Namaha Shrutimatre Namaha Om Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu Vedavyasa Vishampayane Agnivalkya Adya Shankaradi Guru Bhyo Namaha. In 2 minutes, we'll rejoin for 10 minutes of Vidurniti.